Next up, listeners takeover. Question from Dave from Dublin. I joined a local club in 2022. The group was welcoming, but the rides were short and the pace was fairly slow for me. There was also no one my age in the club. I ended up not renewing my membership, expecting to find another club that was a better fit. Unfortunately, the only other 2 clubs with a reasonable distance were full. And cycling clubs get full. Seems a really weird situation. One is super race focused and the other one is really full and expensive to join. Do you have any recommendations on where to find group rides that aren't club organised or even just some folks to have a casual spin with? Bike shops.
Bike shops, yeah.
Bike shops nearly always have a ride that goes out because they want to promote they want people to come and use their shops. So often bike shops will have a regular ride that goes out.
I guess it's just like cycling hubs, isn't it? Even like cafes, like peddling squares. Do they?
Peddling squares, they do rides. But they're a workshop as well.
Are they?
Sell things. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely a workshop.
Sure, they were a cafe.
Nah, I think there's workshops.
But still, there's like hubs, isn't there, where people hang out?
Yeah.
I don't know, like if you were just like hanging out with your mates and someone came over and was just like, can I come for a ride with you? Kind of would. You almost need the like establishment to kind of like break that barrier down a bit first, don't you? To kind of be like, we're bringing people together.
Yeah.
So maybe ask your local cafe or bike cafe or shop or whatever if they can do a kind of thing to bring people together. British Cycling does have a thing on their website where you can look for clubs, but not necessarily groups. Social media, perhaps. There's lots of
Facebook thing. There's one. There's a Calpe one in particular. If for some reason you want to be in Calpe, there must be other ones that exist. But I'm a member of like the Calpe Andenia.
Honestly, the most niche thing you've ever said ever.
There's the Calpe one. Well, loads of people go to Calpe and they might go on their own, and then you can find rides. People are like, I'm going out on a 4 hours this way, blah blah blah, and they post it there. It's a perfect example.
No, it is.
You've got to search cycling people Calpe. No, or
Tailfin. Yeah.
Replaced as appropriate. My friend Stu was making an app, and I don't think it ever finished production.
Oh, cool.
It was.
Don't download it.
No, well, it might exist, and now that someone else might have nicked the idea, or maybe he did finish it. Sorry, Stu, if you have. If you have, we'll put a link down below. It was basically Tinder, but for bike riders to meet up. So you like
the actual date
area, and then you can find other people to ride with. And the idea was like you'd find a local through and off to do.
Where? So not dating?
Not dating, no.
So literally just kind of like
meeting friends.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah, but it was an app. It was like you swipe, find people.
So like Tinder, but not in a romantic way.
That's exactly what I just said, in a cycling way instead of romantic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good idea.
So I met most of my cycling friends from Instagram. So like Chris I met. Well, I met Lawrence for the first on Instagram, then met him in person at a ride in Richmond, which is then the first time that I saw you when you started showing me slices of bananas that looked like Lawrence.
Which looked like a dog, which looked like Lawrence.
Yes, exactly that. I met Chris on social media and all of the people I used to ride with back then. Just literally just Instagram. They were just like part of little groups and collectives.
But before you know it, that then expands, doesn't it? And but you meet people through other people. And before you know it, you have a network.
Yeah.
So usually all of these are like the instigator. And then once you've met a few people, like the same with cycling clubs, that's kind of the point of them. Kingston Wheelers was the first cycling club that I joined. Brilliant club. There's probably about 300 members when I joined, and when I left a couple of years later, although lots of people are welcome to go on their rides even after they leave, they're like, you can rejoin. There was 400 members, 500 members. There was never a limit on the amount of members, but you'd meet people on those rides, and then you would form smaller groups of like-minded people and go and organise your own rides.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be the organised big one on the Sunday.
Bearing in mind that this dude is literally saying that he just doesn't get on with the people in the club.
In the club.
He doesn't. They don't
mesh. Mesh.
I think generally most cyclists are not beds. So as long as you're not too pushy, like just chat to people. If people ride past you, just have a chat with them. Just don't sit on their wheel for like 2 miles and then be asking to be their mate.
Yeah, a lot of it's confidence, isn't it? Just say like,
Say hello, wave.
say hello.
Don't then turn around and just like tail them for a while.
That'd be creepy.
It would, yeah.
Lastly, this is a great tip. If you're watching on YouTube, comment below if you want to ride around Dublin with Dave. He's about to have the biggest group ride around Dublin ever.
That would be so
That would be
cool.
so good. Send us pictures.
Oh, that would be the coolest thing ever. Maybe we should, your mate Stu, let's have a chat with Stu. We'll be the faces of like cycling Tinder, not romantically.
Yeah.
And then non-romantic Tinder. Let's think, what could it be called? No, I got nothing. Oh my
Producer
God.
Emily, Spinder.
Oh my Lord.
Better than the original name they had.
I think we need to do this. Any app developers, please get in touch because we have a project.
Please don't steal our idea. That we stole off Stu.
Just don't make it. Sorry,
If you have any questions or stories, please send them to wildonespodcast@cademedia.co.uk. That's all for this episode. If you watch the podcast on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes and all that stuff, give us a follow and a review. It really helps.
Thank you very much.